1983 World Series, game number 2. Can the Miracle Blue Jays go up 2-0 and really take a commanding lead? Or will the Philadelphia Phillies tie up the series? A series that they were big favorites to win. Game number 2, 10 years before they met in real life. And in this replay, the Miracle Blue Jays versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Coming up next, as the Blue Jays have a 1-0 lead with a 3-2 win in game number 1. John Denny, he's going to start off his third game in the postseason. He's 1-1, 1.13 ERA, 16 innings pitched, 14 hits, exactly 1 whip, walks and hits per innings pitched, 12 strikeouts, and 2 walks. So first up is Tomaso Garcia. Tomaso, and that'll be the first pitch of the game. Morgan to Perez, 1 out. They want to be a little bit more aggressive today, and they know about that, and so do we. As you take a look at the lineup, the Blue Jays have only hit 4 home runs, but they have Garcia, Bunnell, and Mosby. Barfield, Upshaw, and Witt. Witt will be catching today. Johnson, Molnix, and Griffin is down to the 9th spot. So that is very big. So now Barry Bunnell, who's been really good, now to be fouled off here, 1 strike. Bunnell, who has been excellent in the last few games in the postseason, will be up. John Denny, 1 pitch, 1 out, but the first one a strike. All strikes so far, and that'll be low ball 1. Bunnell, last 3 games, 2 doubles and 4 RBIs. That was incredible, a 3-2 win. All the scoring yesterday in the 7th inning. We only had 2 hits through 5 innings. And Bunnell high, deep center field. And underneath is Gary Maddox, 2 outs. So he will go down. Maddox, a good catch. And here's Lloyd Mosby, is hitting .371. He's second on the Blue Jays. And here comes John Denny. Top of the first inning and outside ball 1. Mosby has really picked up his average. Last 3 games, he's 6 for 12, hitting .500. Mosby and Jesse Barfield have really picked it up. The first series against the White Sox, they weren't the best in the world, and they still ended up winning through a lot of defensive games. And that'll be outside ball 2. They didn't like that one. Philadelphia, last game, really only had, he didn't like that call at all. They only had 1 or so innings where they really hit the ball. And that was the 7th inning, 5 total runs. And that'll be high, pop fly, and underneath. And making the catch. And that is big. At the end of the first half, the first inning, the score, Toronto 0, Philadelphia 0. As Mike Schmidt ends the inning with a catch. We go to the bottom of the first inning, Luis Leal. Luis Leal, he has 3 games he started. This will be his 4th. He's 2-0, 2.11 ERA, and 21 1/3 innings. 14 hits and .089 whip. 9 strikeouts, 5 walks. A whip is walks and hits per innings pitched. And here's Bob Dernier, who's leading the Phillies in batting average. He's hitting .386, but he's really fast. And a swing and a miss there. So Dernier, 1 for 3 in the last game. He is fast. To look at him to possibly lay down a bunt. As Luis Leal right here will come up. So first pitch, it was a strike. And now here's the next one, and that'll be to right field. Barfield will make the catch, 1 out. So Jesse Barfield, they're aggressive today. You have Dernier, Hayes, and Mike Schmidt, Diaz, Morgan, and Matthews, Perez, Maddox, and DeJesus. And Mike Schmidt hitting .275. He's been off in the Expos series. He really played well in the Braves series. The Expos, he was down a little bit. That'll be outside ball 1. So Vaughn Hayes hitting .212. A home run and 4 RBI. As remember, Vaughn Hayes got injured in the Atlanta series. So basically that's going to be a strike. Last 3 games, 2 runs. And as you take a look at the umpires tonight, just think about it is tough. You know, we have boxes on the screen and everything. They don't. That'll be 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike for Vaughn Hayes in the bottom of the first inning. Leal. Oh, right there. That'll be easy. Third to first, Rance Mullenix. Over to Willie Upshaw, 2 out. He's fast. He has 70 speed. The Phillies really underrated for their speed. And here's Mike Schmidt, .275. 4 home runs, 11 RBIs in the postseason. Hitting .275. We're getting in that time where people are settling into their batting averages. He's only 3rd on the Phillies, and that was straight down the middle. Mike Schmidt, 1983 World Series. Toronto leads 1-0. Incredible. I mean, it is absolutely incredible that things like that are happening. So it's 1-1. I really thought Philadelphia would win game number 1 big. And then game number 2 would be Toronto trying to scrape out a win. It'll be 1 ball, 2 strike, bottom of the first inning. It's really been a pitcher's game. And here they go, the 1-2, and high and foul back. Well, Mike Schmidt, he has a key for hitting home runs in big times. Remember the Expos game, game number 4. It'll be inside 2-2. They got to be careful tonight. Not careful, it could be easily 1-0 Philadelphia. Philadelphia has not had the lead in this World Series. That'll be fouled again. Foul balls really add up, especially in Leal again, trying with 2-2. Bottom of the first inning with 2 outs. And I'll be down low, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the first. That'll be on the ground. That's Garcia to Upshaw, and that'll end the inning. We go to the second. Here in game number 2. The score, Toronto 0, Philadelphia 0. Game 2 of the World Series, and I'll tell you what, if they go to Toronto up 2-0, that place will be absolutely ecstatic. It's going to be ecstatic anyway. With the Game 1 win, here's Jesse Barfield. His average is .204. It's been rising. He cooled off a little bit. But John Denny here in the top of the second will be a ball 1-0. Barfield was 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts in the World Series. World Series changes everything. I mean, you're going to be remembered for the rest of your life based on these games. It'll be high to right field, and it'll hook foul into the stands. I mean, every at-bat, remember, people forget the ALCSs, the NLCSs. You look back at those and you go, really? That team was good then? Really? That one? And because they only remember the World Series. And when you look at Jesse Barfield and what he did the last game, it kind of makes sense. He was really looking good, but now it's 2-2. They just remember you by this. And I'm sure people are going to watch this game and even this full thing, and that'll be a strikeout, 1 out. They're going to watch this, and they haven't watched any of the other playoffs. And that'll be 1 out as Barfield strikes out. Good night. It'll be one strike. Right there, one out actually, and one strike to first baseman Willie Upshaw. 6 RBI in the postseason, tied for third on the Blue Jays here in the top of the second inning. 0-1 with one out. Swing and a miss, it'll be 0-2. Last game, he was 0 for 3, Willie Upshaw, with an RBI. And John Denny low on pitches, really storming through here, and this is inning number 2. Down low, 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. John Denny wanted that one here in the second inning. Not very much like, I would say this has not been a lot of hits. In fact, I think in the first 5 innings of both games combined, and that's a strikeout again, 2 out. There's been a total of 2 hits in 7 innings. And that'll be another strikeout you see, oh my. So it's going to be 2 outs, and now here's Ernie Witt, who's hitting 160. Ernie Witt at 160, and that'll be a strike. Remember, it was Buck Martinez in the last game. Buck, a more defensive catcher. Ernie Witt has been hitting better in the last series, and, you know, he's been picking it up. This will be his first at-bat in the World Series. Denny the 0-1, and that's Witt. This will be to right field, and this is back, and it'll be to the warning track, and that's it. Dernier makes the catch. John Denny with 17 pitches, and we go to the bottom of the second. It's Diaz, Morgan, and Matthews. Bottom of the second inning, here's Bo Diaz. Remember, he follows Schmidt, and everybody forgets about Mike Schmidt. So here comes Luis Leal. And there'll be a ball outside. So Luis Leal throws to Bo Diaz, who was 0 for 4, the strikeout in the last game. So we'll be 1-0 to Diaz. And they reach for that one, 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bottom of the second inning. There they go, the 1-1. Oh, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bottom of the second. Nobody out, and that is high to Diaz. And running in, center fielder, and that'll be Lloyd Mosby, 1 out. Mosby here in the bottom of the second inning. So there you see Bunnell in left. Mosby field and right on the infield. Mullenix at third. Griffin at short. Garcia at second. Willie Upshaw at first. And Ernie Witt is the catcher here. Defensively, that's what you see for the Blue Jays here in the World Series. 1983 World Series, bottom of the second inning. 1 out, and here's Joe Morgan, and that'll be a strike. It drops through the zone. It dropped quick, and that was good for Leal. Both these pitchers are very much have low ERAs. So the 0-1. That'll be inside. He'll foul it away. 2 strikes on Morgan. Last game, he was 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Remember, he won championships in 75 and 76 with Cincinnati. That'll be on the ground. Garcia to Upshaw. 1 out, 2 outs. So really, Joe Morgan is not picking it up here in the World Series. A lot of batters aren't. It's just a very defensive series. And here's Gary Matthews. 5